All right, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel and this week's Bike Quick Talks. So what are we talking about today? Well, today we're talking about inner tubes and more specifically what the difference is between a Schrader valve and a Presta valve. But before we get into the video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button. If you already are subscribed, make sure you go ahead and hit that little bell icon next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any of my great videos. So we get right into this here. Schrader valve, Presta valve. What is the difference here? One is skinnier, one is fat. No, I'm kidding. That's not the difference there. So we'll start with the Schrader valve here. Schrader valve essentially looks just like a valve on your car tire. It's going to look very similar, almost the exact same thing. So that's your difference there. Only difference is attached to the tube here. So pretty much with the Schrader valve, it pretty much has a removable core inside of there, and it's kind of the larger threaded outside right at the top there, and generally has a rubber sleeve. Some have a metal sleeve, some have a full threaded sleeve. But generally the difference is valve core is going to be inside of the valve stem itself. So what's the benefit to this? Well, generally they're cheaper, much more common. This is what you're going to find if you go to like a gas station and you need to fill your tire up. You're going to find a inflator for this style since it's the same style as cars. So it is much more common to find. Downfall of this one, it is bigger. Because it is rubber, it's possible to get sliced. It's possible that your rim or something could get in here and it's eventually slowly wear down right between this seal here and you get a flat tire. Had it happen, don't ask me. So that's the only difference there. It also is easier to get like slime and everything in. That's what you're generally gonna find for a slime tube. It's like Schrader valves are generally gonna be your kind of lower end mountain bikes. Generally you're not gonna see them on road bikes much unless it's like a department store road bike. Hybrid bikes you're going to see them on. That's really about it. Those are pretty much going to be the bikes you're going to be seeing this kind of a Schrader valve on. Pretty much anything you find at a department store, going to be a Schrader valve. So we'll move on to a Presta valve here. So what is a Presta valve? A lot of you probably don't know what a Presta valve is. So essentially a Presta valve looks just like that there. Very similar looking to the Schrader valve, just a lot thinner. And as you can tell, it's all silver. So difference with the Presta valve, the way to know for that one is your core is actually going to be right up at the top. So as you can tell, right up at the top here, it kind of has this little gold thing. That is essentially what you would loosen to put air into your tire. It also works kind of as your valve cap in a way as well. It keeps all the air inside. So that's that on top, and then generally the whole shaft is going to be threaded. Generally there's kind of a little lock nut down here at the bottom. That way you can thread it up and it tightens up against the wheel of your bike to make sure that the valve doesn't move at all. So what is the benefit of a Presta valve? Benefit of a Presta valve is it is smaller than a Schrader valve. Therefore, when they go to design your bicycle wheel, the hole they have to make for the valve stem is much smaller, therefore resulting in a stronger wheel. More material on the wheel. That's why generally you only see these on road bikes versus the Schrader valve. Your wheels are much thinner, therefore Presta valve is the way to go on those. Other benefit to these is, unlike the Schrader valve, these are a full metal shaft. That way, that means if something hits your valve stem or something gets caught on it, your valve stem's not gonna leak itself. It's gonna be metal. It's generally gonna deflect anything that hits it. I mean, there is still a possibility it's still attached with rubber down here, but generally it's gonna be a little bit stronger than a Schrader valve would be. With the Presta valve, you also will see them. This is pretty much this is your only option if you go with a tubeless setup in like your mountain bike or even your road bike. Pretty much go with the Presta valve. Just the way they seal, especially with this lock nut down here, it just works a lot better for that design. What is the downfall of Presta valve? There's no downfall. The only downfall of Presta valve is if you go to a gas station to fill your tire, or you're out on a road ride or something, you need to fill your tire up. Nobody's going to have that. You pretty much got to carry a pump or a CO2 cartridge or something that is able to adapt to that. They do make little adapters you can use that screw onto here, essentially make it under a Presta valve. There's other cool little hacks you can do to make this work with a Schrader pump. But that's going to be your one downfall, is not near as common on everything besides unlike the Schrader valve. If you have another Cyclist, generally it's going to be set up for a Presta valve. So now between the two of them, can you make either one work in your wheel? Well, you can't put a Presta valve into a Schrader valve wheel. It's just going to be small. It's pretty much the only thing there is. They do make adapters that pretty much slide in, make a little sleeve that you can slip this into, therefore it won't rattle around. So you can't put this into that wheel. Schrader valve, it's not going to work. The hole for this is much smaller than this. You can go and file the entire hole out to make it fit a Schrader valve. Ask me how I know. Those wheels up there, the first wheel at the wheels for the Trek 3700, I did that. I filed out the hole just enough for it to fit Schrader valves because that's what I had available to me where I was at. So it is possible. Do I recommend it? No, don't do it. So that's going to be the difference between a Presta valve and a Schrader valve. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. If you guys did enjoy it, please head down below, hit that like button for me. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know down in the comments section. I love talking to you guys, love answering any questions you guys have. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching today.